challenge that we face is that when we have achieved more, we in turn around and give more. But those are not the things that make us better. Those are not the things that make us stronger. We've developed a generation of lazy children. Amen. Y'all scared to say amen? Amen. I wasn't looking for an amen because I don't need one. Your children expect you to do things that you figured a way out to do on your own previously. You got jobs, you worked, you put yourself through school, you saved your money. If you didn't have it, you knew the situation at home, so you didn't always ask for things. You just readjusted what you wanted. Amen. You learned early in life that some things you just not gonna get. Amen. But we've created a generation that believes because we have given all that we have, that that's our job. To give and give and give and give and give some more. And give even when you don't have, and to go in debt to give. All to make them happy. It's not their fault. It's exactly what we trained them to do. Your struggles made character for you. It developed you. It made you strong. It made you be able to develop critical thinking in moments where you had to make a decision. There was nobody to call. You had to think your way through some situations. And if it didn't come together, you had to wait. Dr. Joandra Kunjofu, who is a sociologist, when last I kept up with him, he was teaching in Florida State. I'm not sure if he's still there or not, but he will be in Columbia, South Carolina for the great gathering this week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week coming up, the AME Zion Church, the AME Church, and the CME Church will all assemble in Columbia. And during this time, there's going to be rich teaching for our laity, our clergy. We will develop a voice for our community concerns, and from that gathering, we're going to speak to some issues that are facing America, not just the black community. But he says in his writings, in one of the books that he wrote, which is an extremely powerful book, it was called Countering the Conspiracy Against Little Black Boys. He suggests in this writing that mothers, in rearing their children, treat their children differently according to their gender. He says a mother will teach their daughter. She'll teach her. Teach her how to cook, teach her how to take care of her home, teach her how to take care of herself, teach her how to be responsible for herself. Some instances, teach her how to balance a checkbook, teach her how to pay bills. She will teach her daughter, but she will love her son. That rascal don't have to do anything. Come on, brother. Oh, these his words, these not my words. I'm sharing with you what he has suggested. So the son vicariously grows up if there's not a male influence into his life. A son will grow up expecting a woman to take care of him. I don't know if anybody can relate to what he said. I don't know. I'm not asking. Don't put your business out there. Just think about what Dr. Joandra Kunjofu has written. And because of this posture, men grow up looking for their mothers and their mates. Someone that's going to take over what mama did and compare their mate to mama. Mama don't cook it like that. Mama don't wash clothes like that. It don't taste as good as my mama's. I'm not getting into all that. I'm just telling you that there's this thought process that you have to look at and wonder whether it's true. Where are the men, yes, sir, that shall teach this generation the way this father was trying to deal with his prodigal son? Thank God there was enough that he had taught him to make him realize can't go back home because I'm not ready. I can't go back. I thought I was ready, but I'm not. Testosterone level in young brothers begins to get strong around 15, 16. Somewhere in their intellect, they believe that because they're somewhere reasonably close to their father's height, that they are as strong as their father. Where they come from. But they'll all of a sudden buck up with their father. I'm as tall as you. Wisdom hadn't really come into the scene. Somewhere in the adolescent mind, height must equal power. And then they find out, my father, he got skills. Tossed me upside down and put me on the ground with no effort. Broke me down. And then helped me up. It's a lesson we have to teach. Humbleness. Lessons that we learn from interacting with one another. I think Bishop Walker has taught me more about leadership than anybody I've ever been in the presence of. And I credit him for that. I credit him for an evolution in me. There have been other people to help teach me things about leadership, but he is personifying what I see as the epitome of what leadership is. It's quiet strength. You don't hear him yelling and screaming because he understands the authority that he walks in. When you know who you are, you ain't got to show out. You don't have to. Because if you know, other folk know. Who is he? I don't know, but he's somebody. Look at him. Okay, so he's modeling that in front of me and has been open to questions I've had. I can approach him and I share that with you. Not to tell you I've got some kind of advantage over other preachers because he don't play that. Everybody's the same to him. His yes is a yes to me as it would be anybody else. His no is a no to me just like it would be anybody else. And so I'm learning and understanding that. My father taught me how to be a man. He put me in the car with him when he went to go see about his mother. He put me in the car with him when he went to go to the bank. He put me in the car with him when he went to go do what men do. And so whether he was telling me things or not, I was with him learning and understanding. My mother taught me the compassion of Christ, the love of the Lord, how to care for other people. I learned that from her. I didn't learn that from my father. So they all have pieces of my life that they've developed and shaped me in. And I'm better because they have been there for me. Some of our children are getting a raw deal. Amen. All right. Man, they're being robbed of what they have a right to deserve and expect. The things, they don't really make them better children. You can buy your kids a Wii, it won't make them a good person. Amen. You can buy them the new, what kids wearing today?
Video games?
The new fresh clothes. It won't make them a better person. They might like the way they look, but it won't make them a better person. It's the lessons that you teach them. And if you don't teach them before they begin to have children, guess what happens? A negative generation is perpetuated once again, a lacking generation. How many times have you said this to yourself? Boy, if that was my son, I would have corrected his attitudinal problems. If that was my child, well, guess what? There was a time where it didn't matter whether it was your child. Amen. There were folk that whooped me and then tell my mom and dad I whooped them. And guess what happened? It's a ball. Part two. Part two. Got another whooping. I was just happy to see the first one be over with and just want to keep that between us. You don't need it calling home. I got it. But the community spirit